Oh, hey folks, how you doing? It's Paul. Uh, good afternoon. It is October 11th. This is a Tuesday afternoon, coming up very close to 3 o'clock. And I have a story for you, but I will do it after the news because I have not done the news, really, in a while. So let's go ahead and get caught up on this, okay? All right. Let's see. Let's see how this is going to play out here. So we are going to go over the markets. Let's start with Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin, $19,140. We've got gold up now just $1.75 to 16.78, and silver's now down 42 cents. So it's down to $19.43. So the metals. Well, certainly silver's taking it on the chin today. 42 cents is a considerable move downward. So, also, you know, the Bitcoin, it is also under $20. Oh, it went down a little bit more now. So it's 18,961. It's down $167. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out the Dow. The Dow is up 31 points. So I told you it was down earlier like 60 points, and then it was up 250. Now it's settled at about up 31. All right. I do think we should go over and take a look at the NASDAQ, just because they're not always connected. Let's have a look, and then we can check oil, and then we can move in. The NASDAQ is down 1.3%. It's down 138 points, so down 1.31%. So there you have it. And now let's check out the price of oil, and then off we go into the news, okay? And I'll try to move this right along. It's down $2 to $88.79. It's down over 2%, okay? So we've got that taken care of now. And now we can get right into the good part, the news. So let's get right in there to it. Here we go, folks. And it is now precisely 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we should have some new stories on here, so we don't have to rehash everything from last few days. Okay, well, we've got a new, very charming picture of Putin, okay? So there's your good, charming picture of Putin. One of his better poses, I would say. Putin taps General Armageddon. So he's probably saying, "Hey, if you feel froggy, jump." That's probably what he's saying right there. If you feel froggy, jump. That's probably what he's saying to anyone, including us. Russia's brutal missile assaults enter a second day. Now we're going to take a look at that because. What I think is going to happen, and again, I don't have any privy information of this. This is only what I would do if I was Putin. If I was Putin, I'll tell you what I would do. I would make it so that each and every Ukrainian would have to think hard about how to get fresh water. I would make each Ukrainian figure out that they can't any longer go to the football match. I would make sure that they did not know how to stay warm. All of these questions, I'd make sure that they could not take the rail. I'd make sure that they could not take the bus. These are all going to be learning examples for the Ukrainian people. And they're going to find out that they're not going up against the Bolivian army. They're going up against the second most powerful army in the world. For you brain-dead stoops, let me explain that to you because a lot of you are too stupid to understand one thing from another. Do you understand if you go up and let's say you play table tennis and you go up against some really good people in your town? They're pretty good, huh? If you go into the state championships, you get some good players, huh? Well, if you go to the state regionals, they start going into multiple states. And then if you're really, really good, you go into an international affair, okay? And if you're best in the world, that's best in the world. Supposedly it's the United States, but close behind is Russia. with no one taking a close third. That's what that means. That means if this was a ping pong game, you would better be pretty good. Because if you're not, and you don't have your game on, you're going to face the second greatest army in the world. Okay? That's what that means. I know a lot of you are too stupid. You need to have that explained to you, and I'm here to do it for you. That's why you don't subscribe. Some of you listen, but you don't subscribe. I don't blame you one bit. I wouldn't like being told that I'm stupid and that you should worship me as a god, but just, it's, same amount of worship that you give your own god. Of course, I'd be very upset about it too. So don't subscribe. Go to a channel that'll tell you how smart you are. Okay? All right, it says here, Mad Vlad. Let's look and see what he says here. I think what they're going to do is they're just going. There's not going to be any more train. There's not going to be any more water pipes to everywhere that they're supposed to be. There's a video here, so we'll check it out. Okay. If it takes too long, I'll put it on pause.
This is city of Kiev. Just an hour ago, this attack, another attack, continued attack of Russia on Ukraine, killed civilians, millions of people living in the city of Kiev. And this war, so-called free world, must help us Ukrainians.
How about if we help you make a stamp for your suffering? And your post office can put suffering after the 2-day barrage. How's that? And make a stamp of it. No infrastructure stamp.
Today morning we have a massive rocket attack to our hometown, capital of Ukraine, Kiev. I tell that and I want to repeat, Kiev was and still the main target of Russians.
Do you expect more attacks today?
Well, I don't know what will destroy the rest of Crimean Bridge, but there will be a stamp coming out immediately after.
Our houses, defend our families, our children. And main goal of this senseless war to rebuild Russian Empire. We was in the USSR is a message to Putin. We was in the USSR and we don't want back to USSR. Point. We see our future as part of European family. And the people angry. People want to defend houses, families, children.
All right. Okay, so I'll translate that out for you. Sorry, folks, I'll have to try to press pause on this. Evidently, it's not letting me. Ukrainians no longer want to be part of Russia. They want to be part of Europe. Okay? There's only one problem. I don't think Russia's going to let you go. You understand? I don't think that they're going to do it. So what does that mean? That means, you know what it means, okay? Let's get back to the news, all right? Wasted enough time on this. Just think of it this way. For all your suffering, you'll have the Ukrainian post office suffering stamp, okay? Suffering, the 2 days of blasting away at your infrastructure stamp, okay? Folks, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to point out to you how bizarre this is. Let's just finish this out, huh? Let's just finish this out. Just miles from NATO border. That's because they're going to go after Kyiv. Do you understand? Ukrainians, they're going to go after Kyiv. Got it? Just miles from NATO border. Kremlin warhawks demand more. Absolutely. I could see them asking for a lot more. I could see it. I could absolutely see it. I think that Putin's response was appropriate. I hate to say that because I don't like to see people die. But folks, What is it? Less than 20 people are dead, or less than 8 are dead, or something like that. Well, we'll find out. Okay, it says that they're going to get bombed back into the 19th century. Well, maybe you can send the British soldiers there. They send the king and the queen over there. They'd do perfectly over there if it's the 19th century. It might work out real well for them over there. Send the royals over there. Kiev lion badly injured. I guess that's a zoo. I guess we'll take a look at that. Kiev lion badly injured by Putin's latest sick bomb attacks on Ukraine. It's brought to us by the Daily Star. Pretzel the lion is currently at a wildlife center in Kiev and injured himself while trying to escape his enclosure. I have no doubt. Poor animal. Sorry, it wants me to subscribe and get text messages every 2 minutes. No thanks. Biden scrambles to avert cracks in coalition. Well, just to give you an idea, folks, Norway, which has a lot of oil wealth, because they found oil there in the 60s, they're doing what you'd call rather well, okay? No pun intended with oil well. They're doing rather well. Other parts of Europe are not going to be doing real well, okay? So that coalition there is going to be coming under some stress. New round of nuclear brinkmanship. Moscow military, quote, exhausted, unquote. Vlad's judgment, quote, flawed, unquote. UK spy chief. Tut, this guy right here, Tut, that's the leader of the Ukrainians, pleads for more help. Death rains from sky. Missiles and drones. Rapid escalation. NATO nuke deterrent exercises next week. Folks, they're not going to need those. They're not going to need them ever. All you have to do is hit the civilians in their underbellies. And that's it. That's all it's going to take. And Putin knows this. That's why he's doing what he's doing. He wants the Ukrainians to understand how really amazingly beautiful it is to make a stamp for each thing. So maybe they could put the destruction of our metro, is it called metro? Destruction of the metro, and then make a stamp out of it. I'm sure Putin collects stamps. He could buy a lot of them. They make a lot of money when they do that. Our post office does that too. You're mindless idiots. Please come here, stop in, and you will no longer be a mindless idiot at this channel. You don't get to be a mindless idiot here. You have to toe the line here. All right, so Toot's going to call for more help. Let's see what he has to say. Probably the more he's sweating, the more Toot. You understand? All right, file photo. Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky meets U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. I got news for you. If you're looking for anything meaningful coming out of Blinken, you might as well be opening your toilet bowl and talking to the contents, okay? Blinken is about as dumb as a horse looking at itself in the mirror. No, and actually the horse is probably a lot smarter. Ugh, I don't want to get into it. Okay. Sorry, folks. I have to get back because my tablet is so slow I double click it. And then it gets slow. All right, we got plenty of time. We're already halfway through. All right, it says as Fed fights inflation, worries rise. It's overcorrecting. Okay, Bank of England warns of material risk to UK financial stability. What would give you that idea? Because the dollar and the pound sterling are almost the same now. What is it, like $1.12 right now? Well, look for it to be 42 cents in time. And when it gets down to like 11 cents, that's when you can get the girls for a candy bar. You understand? I know I get everybody mad at me, but this is what's happened over time. Folks, Great Britain is an island. A lot of people don't even know that. It's just an island. It's a large island, but it's an island nonetheless. That's why in World War II they called it an island aircraft carrier. We were landing so many planes there and other things, men and so forth. IMF says it's the worst is yet to come. Tom Cruise to become first civilian to perform spacewalk. Folks, one of the most embarrassing moments in my life was when MJ called me up and told me he wanted to hang out, and that what was it, Top Gun Maverick or whatever the hell it was, that movie Top Maverick or Maverick and Steel or whatever it was, or Fly Maverick, whatever that movie was with Tom Cruise, the one where if the people were they couldn't hear something and they took their thing and they lifted it up and they said, "What did you say?" He went into major fits on production. He came out and belittled the people over and over again. And then MJ came out and said, why don't we take in Maverick? Let's take in Maverick. And, I mean, I wasn't even really puzzled, but the only thing that puzzled me is how stupid a person could be. You know what's coming. You're going to go there and you're going to hear the music playing, and there's going to be Army recruiters and Air Force recruiters, because it's all a con job, and MJ is all part of it. He's working with it. He wants it. And he doesn't mind it at all. And it's why I can't deal with him anymore. I can't deal with him. It's... how dim-witted do you have to be to go see Maverick? Oh, all right. So Tom Cruise to become first civilian to perform spacewalk. Okay. Our bubble has burst. Older storm victims face uncertain future in Florida. More soldiers leaving National Guard than enlisting. Huh? Huh? Why? 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 Why would they not being enlisted? Oh, that's right, because you set your precedent. So if you're in for 19 years and you don't want to do this, you lose your entire pension, all your pay, all of your accumulated benefits. That's okay. That's okay with MJ, as long as he can go and watch Maverick with me. Well, he can go by himself, and I'm sure he did. It's an embarrassment. The military did not understand what was going on with that. When you play for that kind of keeps, don't expect people to want to come in and accumulate time. What if they told you you had to get enemas every week to be checked? Folks, this is, it's beyond my comprehension. But then again, I'm smart. I understand what's coming. You don't. It's not occurred to you because you people are kind of stupid. But you're not stupid once you come to this channel and you start learning. You're not so stupid. You start getting kind of smart. And I'm being serious. What if they find out that the most accurate way to test you for something is to make sure that they check your bowel movements for 1 week? Are you okay with that? Well, if you're not, you lose your 18 years. Folks, it's happening all over. The United States, it's happening. They're already doing it. People have already lost. I think that guy, Southern Prepper 1, who he's okay. I subscribe to him. But I think that guy lost all of his pension, all of his things, because he didn't want to do something. You understand? And he's been retired, and they told him if he didn't do this, he was going to lose everything. So guess what? I think he lost everything. But that's okay with you people, just as long as you can go see Maverick, right? What folks, it's so ridiculous. It defies. Like I could see maybe people with a single IQ, a single digit IQ, but not any more than that for this study. Key to stress-free home is having family dinners. All right. Single dose of ketamine reduces depression within 4 hours. It's because you're motivated probably to want to kill yourself. Isn't that it? Isn't ketamine what they give to cats? Isn't that what that is? Right there is what it's saying. I'm not making this up. It says ketamine reduces depression symptoms within hours. Here's how the psychedelic drug works so fast. And this being brought to us by Shyla Cadogan. And here is the pretty Shyla. Let's see what Shyla's bringing us here. Close to a third of depression patients don't respond well to conventional therapies, with doctors classifying them as having treatment-resistant depression. Mental health issues can be aggressive, which makes finding effective treatments a population absolutely imperative. To explore this, the researchers conducted their clinical study with 26 TRD patients and 30 health controls. Both patients and healthy participants had to estimate the probability of 40, quote, negative, unquote, events that could possibly occur in their lives, such as getting into a car accident, having a doctor diagnose them with cancer, or misplacing their wallet. Study authors then revealed the risks associated with each event occurring relative to the general population to each participant. After the team posed the same question to them in order to see how their thoughts changed when presented with the statistics, their results show that after receiving information to help put things in perspective, the healthy participants changed their answers to reflect more realistic outcomes. Unfortunately, the answers from depressed patients didn't show this trend. I don't know what this all means. Once again, the medical field trying to tell us that there's a pill, there's an answer in a pill, it sounds like to me, or in a shot or a pill or whatever it is. I don't know. I think ketamine is for cats. You know what? Let's check. Hang on and I'll check. What is ketamine used for primarily? It's not going to tell us. Ketamine, I don't know. It says it is abused for its ability to produce dissociative sensations and hallucinations. Ketamine has also been used to facilitate sexual assault. Okay, I thought it was an anesthesia used for animals, but I might be wrong about that. Ketamine is a fast-acting anesthetic and painkiller primarily used in veterinarian surgery. So I was right. Okay, there it is. All right. Let's get back to the news at hand here, and let's finish it out, shall we? Okay. Oh, okay. It says New York Attorney General accuses Trump and son of gamesmanship for dodging service of fraud suit. What will happen to America if he wins again? Experts weigh in. Okay, now you can see the chameleon. Okay, this is the chameleon, Tulsi Gabbard, surfer of 18-degree water in New Hampshire when she wanted to make a splash when she was running for election in 2016. She's all over the place. You don't have to consider anything. Not coincidentally, by the way, MJ has found a new candidate. This is what he's all about. He likes her position on abortion and so forth. So, much the same. But she always comes out with something that's a main bullet point that's usually right. And it says, Tulsi Gabbard leaves Dem Party, denounces elitist cabal of warmongers. Well, congratulations, Gabby. How long did it take you to figure that out? Huh? You could have come here to this channel and I could have possibly had a chance to form a wedge between you and your Hindu husband there with all the different little beads and stuff. I could do better than that for you. You understand? All I need is an hour or two. Why don't you give me some of that time? I did that whole thing. Remember? If you go to my other channel, Paul's Magua World Archive, that one subscriber of mine, what's his name there? I forgot now the name of the subscriber because I never mentioned his name. Was nice enough to put on there when I put a hypothetical situation where I was to meet Tulsi and we'd go skateboarding together and all that. Remember? I told you? It's all legit in my mind. Oh, boy. All right, so Tulsi Gabbard is at it again. What is she going to be now? A hardcore Republican? Hardcore. First thing she's got to do is get rid of that Swami Salami guy, okay? That's the first thing. Then we can talk, all right? Fetterman says stroke changes everything. You bet. When you have a stroke, that's the real deal. It's the real McCoy. I know. One time I saw a guy when I was doing laundry. I saw a guy pull up, and he was a security guard. And I was like 3 years ago. And I looked at him, and he was like that. Like he was walking a little bit funny. But he was one of these guys that tried to be a real hard ass. You know what I mean? So if you can imagine a hard ass walking with a dragging foot and a slouching face, that's what he was. And he was still trying to run that. You know what I mean? And it was pretty sad. But that's what happens. You get fucked up. Now, he might have been brought down a notch or two, but he still tried to... And it looked to me like he didn't even go to the hospital. That's kind of what it looked like to me. That's the kind of feeling I got from that. Racist comments, corruption, City Hall in chaos. Welcome to LA Politics 2022. No, it's not. I know this story. All right. You see this one right here with her accoutrements all over her face? Do you see that? Do you see this one with the accoutrements all over her face? Well, she called, her name is Nury Martinez, a hardcore leftist city councilman, or person, or whatever you want to call it. Los Angeles City Hall has felt under siege the last few years. Let me see if I can find this now. Yet another scandal burst into public view over the weekend as the release of a secret audio recording reveals a closed-door meeting in which the city council president, two of her colleagues, and the country's top labor official discussed race and power in coarse and at times racist terms behind these closed doors. You know what she said? I know what she said. Are they going to explain this? No, they're not going to explain it. Well, I can tell you what she said. And she had to step down. She had to step down, and somebody else is going to go in there. And she is a hardcore leftist. Do you understand, folks? Don't believe what the leftists say. If you're a minority, don't believe what they say. You think that somehow they're better than me, and I tell you the truth that we shouldn't be bringing in people from other countries right now? Or at any time. But you just think I'm a bad person. These people are far worse than we are. Because they talk to you in one way, and then behind your back, they think that you're something else that they're not telling you. And this woman had the audacity. Let me see if I can pull this up, and we'll wrap this up. This will be a wrap-up of the news. LA City Council person calls son of woman monkey. I ain't kidding. I don't even like saying this. Right here. There's your leftist right there. Would you like to hear it? Let's see if they show it. And here it is right here for you. And she's a good hardcore leftist. And they talk to you and tell you what you want to hear, while in reality, they're not your friends at all. You might as well have somebody like me that is telling you the truth. Let's have a listen to this now. And this will be the end of the news. We'll wrap this up here.
Walden has been advancing remote learning.
Sorry, folks. This is hang on. I'll put it on pause.
Well, tonight, the second largest American city is in crisis after the president of the Los Angeles City Council stepped down from her role. She was heard making racist comments on a secretly recorded tape. And tonight, we're hearing from candidates for mayor and at least one U.S. senator who are demanding more resignations. CBS's Mark Strassman is in Los Angeles.
Tonight, Nury Martinez faces a crisis of her own making, her political career in tatters. The first Latina chosen to lead LA's city council caught on tape making insulting, racist remarks last year. On tape obtained by the LA Times, the Democrat talks about the city's Koreatown.
I see a lot of little short, dark people.
And she insults the black child of Mike Bonin, a white city council member. In Spanish, she says, he's like a little monkey. This recording leaked over the weekend. Within hours, Martinez apologized. I hold myself accountable for these comments. For that, I am sorry. Not good enough for dozens of protesters converging on her home. They want her gone. Off the city council altogether, not just as president.
This is a moment for us.
Any question, mindless stoops? That good Latina? That good Latina, right? Embarrassment. Come to this channel and smarten up. Bye.